Good morning everyone and welcome to a very wintry morning in the Division with Two-Headed Wolf Gaming, as we are about to jump on a few more missions. Like today we are going to be doing a few side missions. I'm not gonna focus on anything being like I'm gonna try to clear this area around our base of operations, so trying to get a few more points, getting some side missions, and then maybe if I take a look at the levels here, I'll probably do either here or we're gonna continue this central to do this central area. That's probably what I'll do. We have a mission here, and this is with Feilau.
Data scanned. Downloading files.
I got a bit of a weird request, Agent. I obviously don't want to divert any of our
Oh yeah, let's go here and then we'll listen to the audio. But basically we're looking for Feilau's sister.
Data scanned. Downloading files.
I got a bit of a weird request, Agent. I obviously don't want to divert any of our resources, but if anyone happens to run across a musician named Heather Lau while they're out there, I'd appreciate you bringing her back to base. Or, if it comes to it, telling me how you found her. She's gone missing, and she's my sister. Last known location, civilian camp by the piers. The one that doesn't exist anymore. Lau out.
You are now entering a safe area.
So we're gonna investigate
Warning.
this area.
Now leaving the safe area. Echo available for playback nearby.
Come on, give her the fish sticks.
No, honey. We need those.
But I don't even like fish sticks. Shit, I forgot the radio Faye gave me at home.
No way, you can't go there. They set fire to the shop right across the street. It's too dangerous.
Look, Faye told me to check in every day. And worried Faye isn't too different from scary, angry Faye.
So basically she probably went back to her apartment, that is the idea, and we probably opened, as you can see, because we have those like the search dogs. Now that we've completed all the missions in this area, we see like these recordings, and we will collect a few more as we go towards the mission. This is the second part of the mission, as you can see. We're going to her apartment. So let's go out and about. And we have a few rats running along with us. I am very surprised there aren't more, to be honest. So where should we go through if we want to collect like something like this? Maybe we should go like through here. Civilian wants food, sure, I'll give her food.
Thank you.
We didn't get anything useful, but we're gonna take some recordings, some phone recordings along the way, just to have some background noise. Okay, very close. Is it through here? Nope. Might be here? Or through the back? I guess it was... No, we have a ladder. Let's see. Oh, and I see some gear as well. Perfect. A holster level 8. We might equip it afterwards.
I'm so hungry.
This gun feels pretty good.
Can't take your call, but you know what to do.
Hey, Kim. This is Alvaro. I just wanted to call now with, everything that's going on here, and, well, basically I just wanted to let you know that that I love you. I always have. Since we were kids, and, well, I hope that you're well, somewhere, and that if things turn out okay, I just hope you're okay, Kim. Bye.
I always thought that messages like this, especially when it comes to situations like this, if you basically, I would say I would never leave a message like this to someone who I wouldn't be in a relationship with, right? Mostly because if anything happens, I feel like that would be like an extra burden that you leave behind, that you can't really, fulfill, or the other person can't do anything about it, right? So always thought that these types of messages were very weird. Let's see, what else do we have? We should have an echo in a phone conversation around here. Let's check the echo first.
Shit! They found us! We're so dead!
Quick, through here.
What? Over the fences?
What's the matter, Deborah? Never taken a shortcut before?
Yeah, professional slacker. And she is Herman Coffee Barista. This system knows everything about the people.
Active echo beacon detected.
Okay, well, let's collect the phone conversation as well.
Hey, son, what's up?
Nada. Chillin'. You wanna do this thing today?
Yeah, I guess we can. Better now before shit gets too crazy.
Alright. Well, let's meet in the alley and head over from there.
Alright, see you in 10.
Yep. Sis sure will be happy to have her toilet fixed.
Okay. Let's get up here. And we should have another survival guide.
For now, who knows how long this could last? Another month, and we're gonna be just like that.
Inventory, not inventory, but dossier and field data, and we are going to survival guides. Let's see, what is this is number 3 or page number 4. This book describes catastrophe level situation where society has broken down and individual safety is at risk. Since neither the author nor any of the reader of this book have ever experienced such a situation, there is no way to know whether events would unfold along the path projected in these pages. As such, the author and publisher of this book disclaim any liability from the use and misuse of information herein. The book theorizes possible consequences of hypothetical events, and therefore we do not guarantee that the information is complete, safe, or accurate. We also urge you to obey all laws and respect all rights of others. April's text in pencil, my own disclaimer to myself. I thought this book might keep me alive. Also, I wanted to hang on to it because Bill gave it to me. Then I started writing in it because writing helped keep me from falling apart. Then I started to think, after this is all over, if it's ever over, someone should know what it was like to be here when all this was happening. So I guess this note is for someone who might find this book and read all the things I've written in it. And all the notes I haven't put in it yet because I'm out of pages and I hope to be writing in the margins for quite some time. These are my experiences. I saw these things and did these things and tried to write them down as honestly as I could. I'm sure I forgot some things. I was under some stress, as you will see, but what's in the book is, as Tim O'Brien put it in the things they carried, the hard and exact truth as it seemed. That's one of my favorite books. I never forget the line after I read it. I hope if you ever read this book that you are warm and dry and loved and that the dollar bug is a distant memory. April. Okay. Well, I would say not yet. Have an echo here and then we can run towards the mission. So the world is unfolding around us. Different paths of different journeys, even through like the phones. You will see that there are many of these phone calls that belong to the same people. And we will find them at different points of their journeys in survival. And okay, another light pack. I think it's better than what we have. Even, right? Yes. I'm not gonna worry too much about these since they are percentages. When it comes to percentages, they're really good towards the end of the game, as the multiplier will be bigger. But early on in the game, we don't really need to worry about that. As I say in Path of Exile, right? When you have like 1% of 10, or you have 1% of a million, that is
Readings
a bit of a
indicate
difference.
an echo nearby.
Here. Make it last, okay?
Yes.
This food belongs to us now. Drop the goods and get the hell out of my sight. Pack this up. We're taking the garden next.
Okay, so these were Syrah trying to move like different foods for different people, and the rioting like got close and they took over the supplies, which can happen. I heard there are like different books that talk about.
Agent, we got a supply drop that needs recovery. Together, we can tackle this. But I'm sure glad it's you out there and not me. Just remember that you're special, because most people just don't survive when confronted with such heavily armed hostiles in large numbers. Sending coordinates.
And there are different books that talk about survival, like in different situations, apocalyptic situations. I used to love, like when I was young, like in my early teens, I had these, what would you call it, like the fantasy, and I'm sure many people had this, with zombie apocalypse, surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Warning. Incoming hostiles.
There was a huge wave with zombie, zombie related games. Well, basically it died down, I feel, a lot, because there were many bad zombie survival games as well. But there was this book about zombies and like a guide to zombie survival. I don't know, some weird title like this, and it had the what you should do, what you should work for, like how you should train, what you should avoid, like and it had like different drawings, like the old army manuals, like you would see with
incoming hostiles.
Simple line drawings of people and where to shoot and things like that. Let's put down this.
You don't belong here.
Okay. And I read that book and it was like so enticing. Like I read it throughout the night, and
Warning. Incoming hostiles.
Ever had those moments where you stay up so long that like you're getting somehow like sleep deprived? I didn't used to sleep a whole lot back then either, and I used to spend a lot of nights, when you're young, Lost
Oh,
Nights.
hey there, Agent. A lot of the guys were trying to bet me that you'd bite it on that one, but I wouldn't take any of them. Mostly because I don't have any cash to use for bets, but also partially because I believe in you. Nice job.
So when you get to that moment where you are slightly sleep deprived and you read that and you are very engaged in it, I remember almost believing that zombies exist, like that type of gullible feeling, or that it might happen, or because it had towards the end. So after you read all that about zombie survival and stuff, like towards the end there was a point where they were telling of stories in history and where zombies existed, like proof. Like I found that very exciting. I still remember that book. But then I realized, like at some point, the fantasy. Let's see what's here.
Come on.
Okay, so the door is locked and it tells us to go around. And I really enjoyed, like I used to watch zombie movies and all that. It really died down for me. The zombie movies like that, I don't know if I can call it fear. And things like that died when I started learning more about like the history. Oh. Well, let's check this out.
Why we gotta stand out here in the cold while you get first dibs?
Okay, time to go up.
It is cold.
We took out 2 of them. Let's go for the 3rd guy.
Faye? Faye, it's Heather.
God, you had me so goddamn worried. Where are you? Are you safe?
I, kind of forgot the radio back at the apartment. But I'm okay. I had to bust my guitar over some guy's head, though.
You what? No, never mind. Now listen, Heather, I'm sending an escort to bring you in safely. Stay right where you are and do not move.
Can I get out of here now?
As for you, Agent, this means a lot to me. An awful lot. I'll send a JTF patrol to bring her back, but let's just say that I owe you one. A big one.
Yep, you do.
I can't thank you enough.
So there you have it.
I'll be in touch.
Simple
Wow.
mission, more like a story mission than anything else. And now we can move out and continue the action. But getting back to the zombies subject, like when I started learning more about like World War One, it's not even World War II, even though like I was fascinated about that subject as well, but when I got into World War One at some point, and I started reading on the weaponry and like I saw
Calling all units near Penn Plaza. Reports of multiple civilian hostages at Rose on West 26. Proceed with caution.
I think I had to stop double tapping because it basically destroys the turret, so I should be more careful with that. Okay, we have a key here and we have some hostages. Let's release them. But the moment you start to see like the power of the World War I weapons, I realized that
You really turned that one around, Agent.
all the
Thank you.
thoughts, like all that idea of, you know, zombies that might be able to take over the world and you'll have to survive, like even if that was the case and you would think that there will be a lot of areas that would be affected, which is, yes, that would be the case, they wouldn't really be able to take over. Like, you don't even need to reach a level of World War II weapons or modern time weapons to realize that they just wouldn't be able to take over. It's not a reality that can happen, fortunately. Fortunately, not unfortunately. So yeah, that's when it died for me, and I guess I started liking like history and knowing more about the World War at that
Regroup
point.
is 20 minutes ago. What took you so long? Sorry, man. I ran into some trouble and had to take a detour. So what'd you bring back? I got nothing. There were too many, man. I just drop it and run. Nothing.
Dispatch to division agents. JTF are taking fire near the ODEA on West 29th. Requesting support.
Okay, so rioter groups, warlords forming. Groups that need to survive. The whole shebang. Okay, so we need to talk to him and then protect him. Where is the officer? Is here.
Without you, we would have been dead. Hopefully that'll make them think twice about hitting the next JTF patrol they see.
Warning. Hostile
We
forces
only have
approaching.
electronics here. Okay, maybe I don't care too much about electronics. If you double tap E while you are in cover, you'll be placing the turret like on top. Okay, let's flank this guy since he's suppressed. Perfect.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
Got tangoes inbound. Hit them hard and they'll run. For anyone who's reloading. Fuck are you waiting for? Right here, over here.
The RPM on this weapon doesn't seem to be that big compared to the other one we had. Okay, more security
Thank
supplies,
you. Not
that is
gonna lie,
great.
it's good to know you're out there.
Let's get some electronics. Since we're going this way, we probably should go and check that survival guide as well. I do love the nights in this game, but there's still a lot of lights. If you play the Division 2, you'll see... I find the nights to be so much better in that game. Like that eerie feeling of walking through the dark. I used to spend my summers in the countryside and at night, because it is the countryside and there are not a whole lot of lights. Overall, you get to see the sky, like the moon is... If you've never seen like the stars, go with a tent wherever you have the opportunity to. And it's a great view when you are outside of the city. You see the sky. But when I used to, like, you know, go visit different friends and things like that, and I would come home later in the night, there was like this total darkness all around. A very eerie feeling. Sometimes there are things that feel very difficult to explain, but there are nice images. Okay, survival guide, page 9. April text in black pen. This scribble was born out of desire not to go insane, even if the world has. This book was a gift, supposed to be funny. Sure is some joke, isn't it, Bill? That's the real joke. Bill never lived to see how bad everything was going to get. 24 hours, a widow, and I'm already talking to myself. Well, writing to myself. What am I going to do when I run out of space in this book? Will I live long enough to run out of space in the book? April's text in blue pen, pointing to the black pen text. I'm already talking to myself. I'm not crazy. When the world is ending, it's okay to talk to yourself. Okay, and the guidebook says, Introduction. The book was born out of dissatisfaction with the existing survival guides. Most of them focus on singular catastrophes that occur in a matter of minutes or hours, requiring immediate but short-term response. That kind of preparation and awareness is useful, but it doesn't address the kind of potential situation. Namely, the kind of disaster that nobody is preparing for, a full-on collapse, the end of the world, or at least that's how it would seem if you were in the middle of it. That would demand a different kind of preparation. One way of thinking is to ask yourself this question: what would I do if I knew help wasn't coming in the aftermath of a catastrophic event? What would I do if I knew I had to survive on my own? It's difficult to conceptualize a plan for this kind of disaster because when everything is falling apart, and I mean everything, as you'll see when I break scenarios down in the later book, planning breaks down too. How do you plan for not being able to plan? Consider the fact that we have a hurricane evacuation and response plans, but we don't seem to be doing anything about the climate change, which will likely create more and stronger hurricanes. Why? Because one is easily defined event with the beginning, the hurricane, middle, response and reconstruction, and end, restoration to normalcy. The other is a long-term problem with a number of potential consequences requiring fundamental changes in the way that we do things. Those changes are hard to make because the reason for them aren't immediately clear. Human beings are very good at responding to immediate threats and very poor at planning long-term consequences. Why is that an issue? Because it's the long-term problem that destroys civilization. Even the most. April text in pen 12/3, 9 hash marks, 11 hash marks, 12 out of 12, 12 out of 23. Choices were pink or brown, yeah. Huh. Who knows, maybe she's trying some pens out? There's another phone here, so we're gonna pick that up. And we're gonna do some more action.
Mom, it's Renee. And I hope you get this message. I'm okay. But I can't get out of Manhattan, and everyone's getting sick. I had to have a couple of drinks to get up the nerve to call you. There's something I wanted to tell you in person, but now I don't know if... I'm gay, Mom. I've always been gay. This is why I came to New York, and Julie isn't my roommate, Mom. Well, she is, but...
I think somebody's out there.
You mean like help?
Help me, please!
Okay. Well, everybody's trying to take something off their hearts, huh?
Dispatch to JTF Patrol. We've got a flash incoming. Deploy units to Penn Station to recover Murphy Drop.
This is Sparrow 3, over. We'll link up with you shortly. Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
Okay, that guy's down. Agent is almost, or one of the JTF troops is almost done. So we need to protect him.
We hold here.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
Remind me never to fight you. It's just one hostile. They're disorganized. Hit them now. That's how it's done.
Okay. We need to protect this area for 1
Warning.
minute. So
Hostile forces approaching.
here they are. Perfect.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
That might, the red dots there might not have anything to do with the conflict, we'll see.
Sparrow 3 here. We're at your position and good to go.
So here are the remaining troops. Yeah, I really have to add more to our electronics in order to have our turret be strong. That's it.
We got this, Agent. I'll make sure these supplies make it back to the safe house.
Agent, we've gotten word that there's a group of cleaners roaming the district with a leader by the name of Axel Wallace. That monster needs to manifest himself a bullet right in the brain. Sorry for my negativity, Agent. I need to clear my chakra.
Okay, well, for this we need to go down in the underground, so let's head on out. And set ourselves up for this final mission. Neutralize Axel's first lieutenant and second lieutenant. They're both yellow quality. Have some explosions there. That is one of the lieutenants. He is an engineer, meaning that he'll be able to deploy turrets as well.
Watch out!
Generally, engineers, like, they have shotguns on them, which means that as long as we sit a bit away from them, it's not going to be a problem, and we need to avoid that turret. Okay, perfect. Took care of the first one. Turret should be destroyed now.
I found the mother load. What? 8 sacks of Kenyan AA green dry. Can't be more than a couple of months old. Coffee beans. Are you insane? I know, right? I got a gas-fired air roaster too. Come on, I know you like French roasts. How the fuck did you... No, never mind. I'll be right over.
Luxury of coffee. I know what they mean. Okay, back to having a lot of ammo, that is great. Let's see. I'm gonna throw the turret first. As you can see, the turrets can be pretty good in the right situations. Okay, and now we need to neutralize Alex. And I think we have to go back through here. Not Alex, but Axel. Axel Wallace. Let's see. Okay, when we go through here, lower into these levels.
Gonna keep spreading if we don't stop them.
I'll do some of these. Just to put a bit of pressure on him, do some damage. while they're slightly distracted by my turret. Okay. Come on. Almost done.
We are so happy you manifested those cleaners right out of their reality. Peace and blessings, Agent. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Look at this holster. Getting an upgrade there. And we need to dismantle some of these, as we don't have enough space left in our inventory, so let's do just that. Perfect. This leaves us with these gloves and everything here. Okay, as you can see, this is pretty much it for today and for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. We're gonna come back tomorrow where we're gonna be focusing more on the missions. There is one question that I have for you, and would you like to see like more of the lore? Like, would you like us to spend time to collect like the radios and everything else as we move along the map, or do you want for us to focus on them as well, or do you want to see just action? Because depending on that, it's how I will plan to do this series further, as I'm showing you the stories more for you than for me. So with that in mind, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.